admit that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and a level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up, admit that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see it.
Hey, man. Hey, what's good, everybody? I am not famous entertainment 2000. But I am just as, if not slightly more handsome. And this is the Double XP podcast. Congratulations, you have leveled up to 145, and I'm out of your weight class. You TI fans will understand what I mean when I say that. I did not mean to accidentally rhyme just now, but we are back. Look, man, I don't even have a whole lot to say. I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the introductions, and we're gonna start with Fame's right hand. Whoa, man, damn, that makes me feel a way to say that. Now I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll discuss that after we get the intros out the way. But right hand, whoa, man, who's literally like to my right on this side. The floor hugger down here hugging the floor. What's happening, homie?
Not much. I am glad to be here back with y'all for another dumbass week of gaming and conversations. And Fame can't be here, but make sure to hit him up, send him all that positive energy, send him some good ass memes, and let's just enjoy our crazy night without Big Boss Man here right now.
Getting wild,
man. And next up, the man with the clizzity clamps, man, Citizen Snips.
What's going on, everybody? It's been kind of an awful week, honestly, all around. But we're here. There's some gaming news to talk about. Hugger decided to turn her lights on in her room for like the first time in a decade. So if that's not cause for celebration, then I don't know what is, folks. But we're gonna get into it. And we got Baron here. Baron is always a bundle of fun. Look at that guy. Look at that guy smiling.
Man. Next up, man. Cool dude. Man loves women and wine and hitting with the hammer, aka Mjolnir. The homie Demi God Reviews.
Hello, 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 howdy, howdy. Glad to be here. Glad to have women and wine. And it is now Stormbreaker for this week. I have decided to change the weapon. Here to talk games. Here to talk about how mid of a week this has been. God, this week sucked. But we make the best of it. Always look toward the rising sun instead of the setting one.
Yeah, man. And last but not least, or maybe least, depending on how we feeling that day, I might, man, the RPG gamer Baron J67. What's good, homie?
Well, dungeon diving and spending as much time as possible in the item world in Disgaea 5. And looking at the meme box.
Don't do that.
Don't do that while you're talking. It's dangerous.
I can't. It's risky, high risk. But it's kind of weird when the highlight of the week is Outriders. Yeah. So yeah, I'm here, present and accounted for.
Man, look, okay, so I mentioned a second ago, we got Fame Entertainment 2000 up there, and like there's a reason I didn't do him dirty like he always do me. Usually he had me looking like somebody's supposed to be passing 70 cents a day. He be having Snips looking like it's all right because he saved by the bell. I don't never do Demi wrong though. I don't ever actually see that when Demi not here. Favoritism much. Favoritism much. I can't look at that meme down there and hear you say big stepper at the same time and still take it serious. It's kind of but look, there's a reason I said when I say right hand one man in the same way that Fame does, it make me feel away. Because it reminds me of a somewhat simpler time. See, long before a good chunk of us, most of us were members on a double XP panel. He used to say that talking about Mama Cita, who was one of the original panelists. And I guess it also makes me think about a loss that we all suffered fairly recently. I feel like it wouldn't be right to continue this podcast or to even get it started, especially being given that it wouldn't exist without him, without a moment of silence and a show of respect for Kevin, aka iDizzy. So I just want to take a couple seconds, y'all. Now, something I always do, I don't know if y'all do, but we gotta pour just a little bit. So I poured up a shot. I probably should have warned everybody and let everybody know, but hopefully y'all got something. We'll wait for Snips real quick.
While we're waiting for Snips, I want to tell, I didn't know Dizzy personally. Fame does. But that man, you just cannot not like him. He's one of those people. I think the longest conversation I had with him was talking about cookbooks from video games. And he was just the nicest man ever. We are going to, after this, put his GoFundMe for his service in the description below. So if you want to contribute or you just want to be kept up to date with news, his GoFundMe for his service will be in the description.
So go ahead and raise the glass, y'all. Dizzy's one of those people that you never hear a bad thing about. I have yet to hear anybody, and you know how this community is. You know, somebody got like a bullshit story to tell about somebody. And to have can't come this whole time with nothing bad to say about you absolutely means a lot. So this to Dizzy and his family, his wife and child. Y'all. Now,
wear your damn mask, people.
Woo.
Thank you, Hustle, for posting the link.
A little bit of drip. We appreciate you, Hustle, man, for real. Also, another one of the people you don't never hear nobody say nothing bad about him.
True.
That being said, I want to get back to the light notes, and I know that me and Baron have, but I haven't asked if anybody else on the squad has been playing Outriders.
I
Yeah.
have not. I haven't touched it
No.
yet.
So
Really?
okay, so as a person who haven't touched it before, we get into our impressions. As a person who haven't touched it, what's your impression of it just so far without actually picking up the controller?
It doesn't look like my kind of game, to be honest. I've never been a huge fan of the over the shoulder kind of third person combat deal. Exception being Mass Effect, of course, but I think that handles itself a little bit different. This one's much more combat focused, whereas Mass Effect was kind of the narrative with the combat sprinkled in. I don't know, something about aiming over the shoulder just never really sat well with me. It always made me feel strange. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, it's I'll probably give it a shot at some point. There's no reason not to. But it'll probably be a minute for me anyway. So we'll see how it goes. I'll wait and see kind of more people's reactions and see what other people think. And then if my friends are playing it, I'll probably hop on and join in at that point.
That's a lot of people's thing. Like if my friends play it, I'll play it. I can dig that. Me personally, I kind of feel like it's what you would expect Anthem should have been. This is what I thought Anthem Next almost would have been. You know what I mean? Like it's a little too early to tell whether or not that's a pro or con, but I get the real, like, this is Anthem only a little more gritty. Narratively speaking, the way the loot works, for the most part, everything except hopping into a suit, it pretty much is screaming Anthem to me.
You know, I'm gonna give you a counter. I wish it had the same swapping of powers like Anthem, where you could just kind of like swap them in and out, because then you have to start a whole new character. But I thought Outriders is what I thought Rage 2 was going to be.
Ooh.
With the powers and the guns and exploring, minus the first person, I thought Rage 2 was going to be as gritty as Outriders came out to be. Outriders is good. I don't know if it's $80 good, though.
Oh, no.
Because it's still kind of janky on PC.
On PC.
Well, I mean, it's made on PC. You think it'd be optimized for PC.
Why is that? I mean, I don't make video games, so somebody in the chat who makes video games, please explain to me how these games are made on PCs but aren't able to run very well on PC. Like, I mean, I think back to the whole Batman situation.
I can probably answer that.
Talk to me.
It's something, and I've mentioned on here before. Developing for PC is a bit trickier than developing for console. When you're developing for Xbox or when you're developing for PlayStation, you know exactly what's going to be in that box every single time. It doesn't change. Exact same RAM, exact same processor, exact same graphics card, except when there's the generational gap. And you saw how that affected some games, even just going between Xbox One and Xbox Series X or PS4 and PS5. That caused some hiccups and issues for poor optimization. But in a PC, there could be 400 different combinations, and that's probably on the low side, for PCs that qualify with the hardware specs to run a particular game, but they'll have different RAMs at different speeds, different hard drives, different graphics cards, different processors, different motherboards. So it's a lot trickier to narrow down all the specifics because you never quite know how all those things are going to interact until you finally throw them on there. So I think that's a big part of the reason why.
Got you.
That's deep.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be all some simple answer, and he's like, actually.
Trevor,
Well,
who I do Cogs in the Machine with, but Trevor is also part of Winterborn Games. They're making their own game. He said the exact same thing. PC's hard. There's so many different configurations.
You know what? Back with the whole Outriders thing, because I put a lot of hours in. Found out the Devastator. I personally think there's one character on there that's absolutely broken. And it's the Devastator. If you guys haven't ran with the Devastator, so if you guys, for those who haven't played the game, there is no healing outside of doing damage and using your abilities. That's the only way to heal. So the Devastator, the way you heal is to get kills up close and personal. So you have a golem mode, you have this like crazy freaking ethereal body slam, you have and then it really
the trickster almost.
yeah, except the problem is like you take so much less damage. So running around with a shotgun, I put it this way, if somebody else in the party was a devastator, I would have a terrible time. Like I felt bad running with people. Like I was running with Fame and I was like, dude, are you like, is this
You
fun?
getting kills? Yeah.
Yeah, like because I was just like it was taking us literally. We got through like three what would you call them, events, missions, 3 missions in what, like 20 minutes, because we just literally just speed running, just run around, bam bam, shotgun. It was stupid. It was yeah. I really believe the Devastator needs to be nerfed a little bit, or maybe I'm just good at the game, but I highly doubt it. I'm terrible.
There's the flex. I was waiting for
yeah,
it.
you know,
Come on,
I'm
bro.
just, you know, maybe I'm just know what I'm doing out here. You know, yeah. You know.
So what classes y'all running?
Trickster.
Woman after my own heart.
Yeah. I just like usually I run support classes, which anybody who's played anything with me knows. I'll be your healer, I'll support, but I'm like, let me try this. It's pretty cool. I just wish like you could have that Anthem thing where you could swap in and out instead of creating a whole new character and doing all the story over again.
I'll tell you
I
this.
want to do that.
I don't know if it's anybody else's experience, but clearly the Trickster is not built for solo play. I've been making it work, but clearly it's not built for solo play. Apparently the only one that actually is the Technomancer.
Yep.
Y'all got Technomancer experience so far or not?
I do. So I ran, that was my first playthrough, was the Technomancer. It's dope because you got a turret. So, and then the turret, you don't have to get a kill to get heals. Every shot it takes is giving you health. So I'm sitting there flanking, throwing, you get grenades, you get turrets, and you get a rocket, like this weird rocket launcher thing. And then I'm running with a sniper rifle, of course. So you're out there with like 3 people if you do it right. Mm-hmm. And the turret lasts for a while too. Takes a lot of damage as well. It took me longer to run through it because I ran through the game twice, or the demo twice, with the Technomancer and the Devastator. Yeah, it took me longer to play as the Technomancer, but I was also running by myself. But I did not feel the need to like have anybody else. The Devastator was just cheating.
From what I'm hearing, it sounds like the Devastator is your tank, while
the
Trickster is your rogue, and the Technomancer is your knight.
Well, they have it under your characters what the skill class is. This is your close, yeah.
No, but you're right. It's exactly
what I've seen. It looks like Gears mixed with Mass Effect mixed with Destiny.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. But it plays like the Division.
Yeah. They gotta do something with the classes because I don't want to play through the story 3 other times. Like the game, I had fun. I could kind of see where the story is gonna. Like, if you've played, you know kind of where the story is gonna head, even though it's only the first chapter. You know where it's going. And it's just like, I don't want to play through this 3 more times just to experience these other characters. Huh?
No.
You got to replay all the characters.
It's very much like Destiny in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have a full...
That's why I'm like, I wish it had that Anthem swap in and out. Yeah. That would be nice.
You either got a Hunter, a Titan, or or a Warlock, and that's it. You good.
Yep.
They really locked you into
your
class.
That caught my eye was the jumping over a very small gap cutscene. Can anybody tell me what the hell that was all about?
Oh my god, not the sacred
know what that
jump
is.
of truth.
You know exactly what that is.
It was like the gap was like this big, and the dude was like jogging up,
Like,
and then boom, pause, cutscene, dramatic camera pan.
Okay. The cutscenes, I would rather just give me loading screens. Please, for the love, just give me loading screens. Because there's animations to open doors.
Those
like
it
goes cutscene. There you go, not animation.
Those are your load times.
It puts me into another loading screen.
It does a loading screen. opening the door, loading screen, and
no,
then
they came
game.
out with the Resident Evil.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
No.
You know what that
Like
is,
it's
right?
early
No.
2000s.
So none of us are playing on current
PC.
/ next gen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm only playing on PC.
You think it's different?
Oh, it
Well,
gave you loading screens on PC too?
Yeah, it'll do that door animation, give you a loading screen, give you the cutscene, give you another loading screen after that. They need to figure either to
I need
cut
to
those
test it
loading
out.
screens out or smooth something out in between them.
Could you
That's
imagine
on
going
my
to the
Series
wrong
X
room
and
on accident?
PS5.
Oh, yeah, that would kill me. They
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
figure
roast them.
something out.
I'm not gonna roast them on that because it's still early. It's still
Mhm.
super early.
This is a
And-
test. I'll give them that.
This is one thing I will say is I really believe this game has legs.
Yep.
Only because of crossplay. That's the
Yes.
only reason I believe this game is can last. And I've said it a million times, if they drop the game down to $40, this game will go forever. Or
I mean-
like I really do. I think it'll go for not forever, for a long time. $40 with constant updates. I think this game will do fine because crossplay. Most of the games that everybody wants to play that are like this don't have crossplay. Destiny
Yeah.
still doesn't have
Avengers
crossplay.
had crossplay.
Well, what was the issue with Avengers? Updates. Like they
Taking
look
way
how
too
long it's
long.
taken to give you. Why? How did Fortnite get Black Panther before do a Black Panther trailer?
Because that's canon now, man. You can't. Fortnite got the grip on the world.
Man, you see what I'm saying? So
That's 'cause
how
Fortnite
is it
got
that you got the? Yeah, and then where that Spider-Man at that they promised everybody?
This
Yeah.
month.
Outriders needs to drop their
Supposedly.
price.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's not an $80 fun, and then the DLC,
It'll come
at
to
least
Game
here in
Pass.
Canada, is another $80, and the DLC is just a skin pack.
Yikes.
Well,
$80
Avengers
for
does
a
not.
skin
Game is
pack?
right.
Avengers-
Avengers does not have crossplay.
See,
Oh, it doesn't. It's supposed to have
Nope.
crossplay.
bro,
Not yet.
most games out there that are right now running, like hell, we've been running Warframe. That doesn't have crossplay. I had to start over a whole new everything account just to
They
run
don't
on
even have
PC.
cross saves
Mhm.
either.
And this
Yeah,
is from a
yeah.
game.
Most of these games have cross saves. I think Destiny's the only
Yeah.
one that does.
Destiny
This is
does
from a
because they
game,
give
though.
you the option to shift it over.
Us saying Warframe doesn't have crossplay, like it's a little bit bigger of a deal than you think when in relation to other games, because Warframe is so heavily supported.
Mhm.
Warframe is so heavily supported. They're
And
constantly-
old.
Dude,
It
y'all-
is old.
and it
y'all
runs
wanna know
better than
eight
crazy
a lot
years.
of the new stuff.
Crazy thing about Warframe, let me check my Steam. How many? Oh, dang, I gotta log in. Never mind. I think I have like close to 200 hours, 100 something plus hours in Warframe.
You not playing
All
Warframe
of
with us?
that, all of that was back when it was in like beta on PC. I was part of I paid to be a founder for that game. I have like some rare frame that nobody else can get anymore because you had to be a founder when the game first launched.
Flex your muscle down.
So I was like, I was big on that game a long time ago, man. And I tried to hop back in. It is so confusing now. I'm like, what is even happening? So much
They're
new has been
constantly
added.
dropping.
I don't know
It
what
feel
to
like they
do.
made it
Like I'm
easier.
so confused.
To me, it feel like they made it
drop
easier to
massive
understand.
Expansion packs.
Who put that article out on level 1 that Destiny is hard to hop back into? Did that ever come out? I feel like somebody was writing that. I don't know if that ever
But I
came
don't-
out.
It is
I
though. I
agree.
agree.
I highly
Destiny is
disagree.
hard to hop back into if you haven't
I
played
think what
since.
helped is I had friends to like kind of coach me back in when I hopped back in.
Oh snap!
Oh god.
Bruh.
Yes,
Oh.
Fame, absolutely.
Thank you for dropping
Ooh.
memes, Fame. Memes that are cursed. Thank you.
Cursed images.
Man,
Not the buttered biscuit.
You know that's
I'm a
coming from the
butter-
toilet.
The
You know
gumdrop
he's
buttons.
pooping. You know he's pooping right now, dropping memes.
mm-hmm.
Oh, on the
Well, I mean, he
porcelain.
did get out of bed to support us. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think Outriders is where it's going so far is pretty freaking good. But it's not an $80 game, at least here in Canada. Thank you,
Oh,
Trevor,
Trevor
for
just dropped the
posting that.
article.
Good
Very
looks,
overwhelmed
Trev.
for
My
returning
attention.
I,
The problem
look,
with most looter shooters is that it doesn't hold my attention long enough.
facts.
Make it interesting.
Well, you know what another issue is, dude. I run into the problem of when they make an update and make it towards the sweaties. Like
Yep.
when they lean the game, like that's what happened to Division 1 for me, because I was heavy division when the Division first came out. I was heavy in that game. They did an update, changed the currency, made it to where you had to play damn near daily in order to keep up, and
Put
it
in
just
loot crates when they said they weren't going to.
it ruined the
Like
whole
I'm clocking
experience.
Shift, it ruins it for me.
That part, and that's why that's what Warframe does right. At any moment, you can jump in and have a good time. That's what she said.
So I used to be
I love
doing
your
some
sex tape.
hunting in Division, taking heads, but ruined the game for me.
Robbing people in the dark zone.
Facts.
Run your shit.
Yeah.
Up the loot. No, we up in your
Run it.
level.
Break yourself.
Hey, I
think
see
this-
you loading up something to the helicopter. Go ahead, drop that.
You know, what's also a good thing for the Outriders, while we're still on that, is I didn't have problems getting into the game. I know some people did. Maybe PC was different, but the servers were pretty good. I didn't have like any overarching. The game didn't crash. There was some graphical stuff, and if you're listening to this, Square Enix, which I know you're not because you don't really care, your accessibility options need to be expanded. Because on colorblind, you had some colorblind options, but they weren't enough, and I couldn't see half the shit you were pointing me to. So please, you need to expand those accessibility options, because I know I'm not the only one struggling.
Too big of a company not to have that type of stuff just ready to go.
Speaking of struggling,
What's up, Slow-Mo Backslap?
hey,
What's up?
slow mo, what's good?
Slow mo.
While we're talking about struggling, I can't wait to see Fame struggling on these Souls like games because we are $99 away from our
He
goal.
just. So here's the thing with those type of games, you just got to find the right one. And I say, honestly, Dark Souls 3 is Fame's best bet.
It's the
You know
easiest
what?
seller.
I'm going
we
through a
can't
list
let
for
him play
him.
Dark Souls 3. Which one would be the worst fit?
Well, I'm going through a list for him,
Psycho.
and I'm going through indie games for him. I'm like, if you want to play Blasphemous, play Blasphemous, because that game, he's not gonna like it, but I don't think he has a
I
choice
think
at this point.
Bloodborne would be his worst one. Because that's
Any
pretty
game, any of
unforgiving.
those games will be his
Is
worst
it?
one. He doesn't like games like that.
Is Bloodborne harder than Psycho?
Bloodborne is indeed harder than Sekiro because Sekiro is just timing the parry. You just time the parry and you've won the fight. Bloodborne is least forgiving because you don't have constant heals and you have to buy constant heals to keep going. Dark
gotta
Souls,
buy?
yeah, you have to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh God!
guess I'm not starting
I mean, you can
Bloodborne.
pick them up in world, but you have to buy them 90%
I
of the
feel like
time.
that's the
pick
one
them
we
up
should have
in
Fame
World.
play.
You pick them up in world, but it's not as forgiving as Sekiro, Dark Souls. even Mortal Shell is not forgiving as any of them.
I hate you, Fame, but I also love you at the same time.
Oh, that is classic.
But yeah, as Dallas said, we are $99 away from our goal of $1,000. No matter where you donate to, be it the level 1, which is Baron's page, Fame's page, or my page, the money, we don't keep any of it. It all goes to our local hospitals. Mine is the Stollery, Fame's is St. Jude's, and Baron, I can't remember what yours is.
I don't know either.
It's a hospital, though.
But
It's
It's
Yeah,
a
it all
hospital. It's
goes-
a children's hospital. Actually, a
it all
nurse
goes towards the
commented. Yeah, a nurse from one of the hospitals actually commented on the donation page and was like, "We love what you guys are doing." And I was like, "Oh man,
Yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah.
see Fame lose. That'll be great.
well, we're gonna do it anyway. So don't forget the stream date, the 24-hour stream date. We're gonna be handing it off, tossing it off. Is November 6th. That is the official Extra Life stream date, and is the last day we might be taking donations. So I'll be doing 2 horror games. Fame will be doing a Soulsborne game, and whoever else is going to be in the 24-hour stream will be doing whatever they do. So you got time to do stuff, and we will be doing another charity here quick, but we're going to keep that quiet for now.
Yep. Yeah, so we're talking about
Can't wait.
getting our asses kicked by games. Most importantly, well, most specifically, like Souls like games. And I gotta be super honest with y'all. Super honest. Even though it seems interesting, I'm mostly interested because of the writer involved. Yeah, I seen them Elden Ring leaks and they look like Souls, basically. They look
Okay.
like Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was
That's what
hoping it wouldn't be,
It actually looks
No.
more action adventure to
but
me.
it looked like open
Oh,
world Dark
yeah.
Souls or Demon Souls.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Oh,
Sign
It might
me
be.
up.
It might be, but if you tell me, oh yeah, George R. Martin is writing some big epic story and it's made by From Software, I want something new by From Software. At least don't make it look exactly
You
like
got
freaking
something
Demon
new
Souls.
from software. Sekiro was your new.
Yeah,
Right.
Sekiro was something they'd never really. It
Yeah, that
followed
Keep
the
doing
formula,
it.
but it wasn't the same.
Keep
That
doing
was
it. I
supposed to
love
tempt
it.
you.
And you
I
know,
respect Sekiro because I keep saying this, but it's the closest we'll ever get to Tenchu.
No, so the fun fact that was originally a Tenchu project that turned into something else.
Oh.
hmm Stray Relay says, Stray, what's up, Stray? Stray is one of our writers. Not into Souls games. I'm not into them, but I love the lore, and I'm like, Dallas, I will play a game just for the lore, even if I get
Good.
pushed into the ground.
Boot up the
Because-
souls.
I played the Souls. I told you this. I
But
was the one saying play Souls, play Bloodborne before you started playing them, and you're like, why?
It kind of bothers me how similar Elden Ring looks to Souls, though. Like
I mean,
it's
it's
really
their
freaking
their-
similar.
It's their formula.
I mean, it's a high fantasy world. I expect it to look like this. This is right up their alley.
That's the problem. It's exactly what we expected.
gross.
And what did we expect? Nothing different than Dark Souls and Demon Souls.
I mean, it's not
lonely
gothic
days.
Victorian or super dark like Souls.
Yeah, it's like fantasy, like high fantasy Souls. Okay, so I'll give you this though. I don't hate it. I don't hate what I see. I'm just a little disappointed that it's so close to it.
I don't hate.
Man,
so
that's
basically, you're not Demiing it because Demi. I forgot that. What's your thing today? What are you gonna hate today? Are we back on Among
Ballad.
Us? Is it Among Us again?
Was it last week? Wonderland Ballad or Ballad? Wonderland.
Ballad Wonderland was it last week?
My
Yep.
World was the trash. Also, that comes out this month. And, yeah, I want people to not buy that game. Respectfully.
But if you guys want to play some more FromSoft, they have a lot of games that are not Soulsborne. They've done some Gundam stuff. They've done Kingsfield. They've done Armored Core, Lost Kingdom,
They've
Shadow
done-
Tower Abyss.
I miss Armored
They're all
Core.
older games, but that's
Yeah, go play the
From
Tenchu
Software has
stuff.
done other games.
I really do miss Armored Core. But that's the whole thing though. Like, they become known for the soul stuff. That's their thing. That's their bag, if you will. What the hell? See, this is what
Aaron.
the church lady that lived up the street from me was so afraid of. This meme that just got dropped. This is what she was so afraid of when I was growing
That's
up.
Pokemon.
Like the lady that threw away all the neighborhood kids' Pokemon cards if she seen them, if she was able to get her hands on them, yes, she would actually throw away other people's children's Pokemon cards.
She need to go to hell.
She was afraid of this.
You know, like my grandma was one.
Summoning a Lugia.
She was an old, super strict Catholic raised Polish lady. So to her,
Oh,
Pokemon
Jesus.
was the devil. She hated Pokemon.
I just like
Damn, lady.
this is not a roast, by
What
the
would
way,
she think
but
of
I
us
just like,
today, lusting over giant big titty demons?
I
man.
don't want. So she passed away maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And honestly, I loved my grandma to death. She was an amazing, wonderful woman. But I'm glad that she didn't have to see some of the stuff that is going on now, because I just know it would have tore that poor woman apart. Like, I did not wish that upon her. She was a very good lady.
Aw,
Yeah, it gets man.
my heart.
It's greasy out here.
And like if she heard WAP like that, oof.
Oh, she would. Oh my God! Fuck
Oh,
this Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
Man,
little sausage.
hey,
She just-
Dallas, you are not surprised and a little disappointed that FromSoft is doing another Soulsborne. But what would you expect? I mean, I just said FromSoft has done tons of other games stretching back to the early 90s. What would you expect the game to be if not a Soulsborne or boss rush type of game, kind of like Titan's Quest? I think that's the name of it.
I mean, part of me fully expected the combat to be Souls-esque. In the same way that Sekiro's combat is Souls-esque. It's different enough, but it's reminiscent, right? I just had really hoped the art would have been a little more different. I really
That was the build from a year ago too.
True.
You know what I expected? I expected something Shadow of War-esque. I don't know why.
Shadow.
I was expecting something that they did like in the Mordor series to look like that.
Yeah, my mind kind of went there a little bit too, like Middle Earth-ish, Middle Earth-esque. I would have thought, well, what would a 2021 Game of Thrones games look like? This is
With
what
Guillermo
I
del Toro influence too.
Mm-hmm.
Horrifying.
Hellpoint.
Oh my goodness.
It would look
No,
like
we don't talk
Hellpoint.
about Hellpoint.
It would look like Hellpoint.
Well,
That game is.
yeah, Hellpoint.
I have fun.
You have fun.
I just hope they don't stay in the corner of Souls and expand themselves a bit more again.
Yeah.
I like their work, but I think with you writing off Dark Souls and Sekiro was your other project, and Bloodborne and how everybody's demanding something from Bloodborne or Bloodborne 2, I think you can tell that they're kind of done with that type of stuff. But the Elden Ring is probably just one more they want to get out the way.
I hope. Hey, that Space
Elden
Ghost
Ring
looked like
seems
you
like
used to call him on his cell phone.
It's coming on my cell phone.
He looks like he winding up to slap the kids and say, "Hey, you got games on your phone?"
And then I freaked it.
You're like, man,
now all I can think of is Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Y'all remember that?
man, that was a show.
my show, man.
Yeah.
Brack.
The power band,
think-
man.
The Brack show was funny.
God.
This goes back to when Dallas, I hope you know I hate what you just posted. When before was it the Game Awards or the big Microsoft shows where all these leaks started to come out, do you guys think this is leaks put by the companies to say, hey, like, I'm expecting a Bayonetta leak to come out right quick? Because remember the Assassin's Creed Origins leak came out, and then they're like, oh yeah, so this is the game. Do you think this is a deliberate ploy by the studios, or do you think this is like a severe security breach in some of these companies? Because we've seen some of these NDAs. We've signed some of these NDAs.
Facts.
And I wouldn't break any of them if that was paid $30 million. They're so strict.
Well, I don't know.
What do you guys think?
They're building hype. They build a hype.
It's deliberate company stuff?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it. I absolutely believe it.
They build a hype. Just like when it comes to musical releases, like Drake just had like 3 songs leaked recently, and they all was just like fire. So I'm like, they're building hype off them. This is the personal leaks, legitimately.
Fame!
Ooh. Ooh. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This one is funny, but the one before it.
I didn't see the one before it.
Oh wait, let me. I forgot I was actually controlling this. Tripping.
Oh my god! Shut up. Go back to sleep. But I agree with Demi. I think it's deliberate company doing stuff. Baron, when we all go to hell, Kevin's gonna be in heaven. Sisson gonna look down on us and be,
Nah, I've made a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
gonna be
mistakes
looking
in my
down on y'all
early life.
crazy.
I'll probably be saving y'all a seat, if anything.
we all gonna be down there together. And chat, you coming with us? Chakalaka, Hustle, Trevor, the Toxic. I mean, Glizzy God, you gonna be there with us.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I suggested
something crazy.
I suggested in the last podcast he changed his profile picture to Future because it just fit, and it's just
It really does.
It's so thematically sound.
Y'all don't understand, man. The Church of Money and Misogyny.
I feel like Demi's gonna get to the pearly gates, and God's gonna come to the gate himself and be like, you know what? I really like Among Us, Badland Wonderland. He gonna send him straight down.
He's like, nah, I'm out of here.
Ooh.
Only those of you who know, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
What can we expect from this Elden Ring?
Elden Ring finna hit. It's finna
It's gonna be good.
I mean,
I absolutely
it's from
believe it's gonna
software.
be good. I don't know if it's gonna be my cup of tea, but cult classic. It's like any FromSoft game that's along the lines of a Soulsborne, cult classic instant.
You're not wrong. Baron cannot control himself. You in the big box. You can't be laughing like that.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. Let me end scene. Yeah, honestly, I think Elden Ring is about to be I think it's gonna be more action
It's
adventure
fun.
than I think we're gonna climb a tower or two and it's gonna piss everybody off.
Mhm.
I think there's gonna be at least 2 towers to capture. Like, get there. We need you to hoist the banner.
You think there's gonna be a
Alert the other town.
couple tailing
Yep.
missions?
Bro, we need you to go and kill 3 whatever orcs and harvest their knuckles so we can
Harvesting knuckle.
Sir,
Knuckle deep.
ma'am.
Let me call
Get
HR.
knuckles.
Hello.
Hey, no, I really
Get
think it's gonna
them
throw a lot of
knuckles.
people off. It's really gonna be very. I think we're gonna have a lot of action adventure elements. Oh, they're gonna burn for that.
A lot of adventurous action.
A lot of actionist adventuring. Full time.
I can't wait to see the lore. Like, I'll recommend a couple channels. The Ashen Hollow, Vitavaldi. They're
Oh,
2
fine.
channels that just, yeah, whatever, cover cover the I don't want to say League of Legends, cover the Soulsborne lore, and they like do the whole stories of specific characters. And if you just want to watch the lore, amazing
The
videos.
stories of Yorm. The
Yep.
the Yorm the Giant story still hits.
The Ready to Cry stories, like that's what they do. I'm wondering what Elden Ring is gonna be. I'm super interested in it.
I
don't know if I'm gonna
George
play
did
it.
the world building, or if Miyazaki did the world building, and
Or
George just
Guillermo.
focused on the right. Yeah, I want to know who's exactly world building here.
I think we won't know until we get our hands on it.
Need it
I'm
now.
I don't know if
Right?
I'm gonna play it, but I'm absolutely gonna follow it. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at with it. I don't know if I'm playing it yet, but I'm definitely following it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if not, Demi could tell me all about it.
I could listen to Demi tell me about Soulsborne all day. I like them.
You
I'm
still
not
gotta
good at
you still
them.
gotta get through Sekiro, bro.
I do. Like, I was just about to say, there's plenty of other games in the genre that I'm interested in playing, and I don't know if of all the games I'm interested in playing, I don't know if Ketchup is one of them. Like,
That's
I'm
deep.
down.
Man.
I'm down for Sekiro automatically just because of the Tenchu influence and because that was one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite series growing up. But I'm interested in the rest. When I get a PS5 finally, I'm absolutely getting Demon Souls. Absolutely, because what else would be a good place for me to try? Or what else would be a
As
good
you
place for me to
should.
start? But
Then run that Dark Souls 3 back while you at it, bro.
I don't know. I might. It's just one of them things where I don't know if I'm jumping in Elden. I don't know if I want to, because it's clearly about to be a big adventure. No
definitely.
Pee-wee. It's clearly about to be a big adventure, and I don't know if
Alright.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I really got like, I don't know if I got it in me just yet. Pause.
Title of your sex tape.
Diving, it's scary kind of diving head first into these games, but when you have the understanding and patience for it, then it all the stuff that you like was fearing goes right out the window.
It is a lifestyle choice.
It is. It's absolutely.
You know why I'm so hesitant for stuff like this? I was on Ready Press Play with Chakalaka. What's up, Chakalaka? Latest episode, 59, I think it was. And he was going over sales, and it said, "Hey, Final Fantasy VII Remake is $30." And then I showed him the price for it in Canada. It was $71. I was like, this is why I can't play games.
Oh God.
Y'all don't give me sales.
That's why she a PC gamer right here.
Rangé. And
It's
also-
like living in
Factuals.
Canada means you can only buy games from Nintendo. Nothing's ever on
Ooh.
sale.
I showed
yeah, you may as well.
them the price of a Switch yesterday. It was the lowest I'd ever seen it. $419. Lowest I'd ever seen. I was like, oof. Still not gonna buy it.
Stray says a ninja game that needs to be remade is Shinobi. I remember those games. I never really got to play them, but I remember really wanting to play them, but I was too broke.
Well, you know, the original Soulsborne games are finally getting a remaster in the Ninja Gaiden series, so that's gonna be fun. Because those games, especially the NES ones, just destroy your soul. Yeah.
Isn't that the Razor's Edge one? I know those are like the more calmer ones.
They're calm, but they're still hard as hell. And people think like Dallas don't even start, man.
Quiet storm.
I'll come over there and twisty nipples.
Because I remember Ninja Gaiden Black.
He might like that.
What had happened
called
was...
you out, man.
Oh no, he said it as I was saying it.
I was just trying to get you that boy.
This is
Alex likes his nipples being twisted.
I mean, I never
HR,
tried it, but
hello,
I'm adventurous.
I'm here. We all going to hell. Meet y'all there.
Where's HR?
I'm right here.
Snap. HR, is that abbreviation for hour? Because
I love that running joke, because even when I was on the Ready Plus Plays, like, so you're HR. Ooh, HR commits the worst sins on this show, so I don't know about that. What can I say? Sometimes you can't help yourself, you know?
Low-key, though.
Sometimes you can, and you don't anyway.
That's right. That's true. I got to secure my seat in hell.
It's like evil lipstick.
Side note, I just seen
what those lips do.
I just seen a current hot PC game right now that is booming in the market. Looks like something that's right up my alley.
Valheim.
What's the news about this? What's the noise about this?
Have any of y'all played?
Folks, run it down.
Have any of y'all played? What's the name of that freaking
Rune
game?
2.
Rune 2, because that's exactly what it reminds me of. Like
Baron tried to give it to me, and I'm like, hell no, get away from me.
I took it from him, and it's good. It's a good game.
I was about to say, you're making it sound like I'm out here passing out something that burns.
Maybe because I just remember the original Rune. The original Rune was so different compared to what that is.
It's not whack. Like it's now.
It just feels like a Skyrim mod. That's exactly what Rune 2 feels like. Rune 1 was not that.
A lot of people have been telling me Valheim is like Terraria in a sense, where you have to defeat bosses to keep going.
It's like Ark or Rust, the kind of the other one. It's a survival based game. But my understanding, I think it's 10 people max to a server. The world they put you in is freaking massive. It's ginormous. So that's impressive in and of itself. But it seems like it's got a lot of interesting elements to it. So like there's the whole gathering and foraging kind of thing. You got to accumulate supplies. You can build your base, your house, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it does seem like in order to advance farther, kind of in the world itself, you have to defeat certain bosses like over each area. I watched one where some dude and I feel bad for the dude. It was one of his buddies being a jerk. Like he had built this little house. It was an impressive looking, like medium sized little house. You can tell he clearly spent some time and effort in this game. His buddy joins in to play with him, and he goes and pisses off like a group of 3 massive trolls, where like the size of their club is the size of this dude's house. And then he comes running back towards the house. So they chase him back there, and the dude comes outside, and he's like trying to say something. He's like, "Hey man, so what do you think of?" "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" And he just slams the club down and destroys the whole house. It's freaking hilarious. I was like, dude, that really sucks.
No.
Yeah, you would have to see me in real life, bro.
For real.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, no, but honestly, hearing it compared to Terraria, that actually piques my interest, because I haven't watched too much about it, because I'm like, I have enough of those games to run, those type of games to play. Rune 2. I don't play Terraria. I put a lot of time into Starbound, which is a intergalactic Terraria. Really cool, and multiplayer's dope. But as soon as you said Terraria, though, that kind of it might be worth me checking out now. I wonder who's communications director. Maybe we can get a code or something. I gotta talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Said person.
Too bad we don't have a reviewer that's really interested. In it. Like,
Man, wow.
crazy.
What happened was crazy.
Man, ain't that something?
Man, Valheim, y'all know if y'all out there, you're looking for a strapping young minority lad.
Somebody with, the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Yeah, it's what I got. I don't got the age or the knees, but
I hate that statement, bro.
That was really like in a review, wasn't it? For what?
He really did it.
He really said that.
That's really a real thing.
Yeah, that was very real.
Exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
I was like, oh, I felt.
What would be the white person version of that? The mature candor of a upstanding white male.
Exaggerated casserole.
Oh God! He also said "a."
Ooh,
this is terrible.
But no. So nobody here has played Valheim because I know I haven't.
I have not. I was thinking about it this weekend, but I didn't have enough time to set everything up, and I was working on some other things. So, but it's on my list. I definitely want to give it a try. It seems like it could be a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with a group of friends.
I like the idea.
So
I'm never down to play anything where it's possible that that I could lose my progress, or that I could lose anything that I.
It's early access.
Yeah.
Don't play Rust then, because.
Yeah, that's every reset.
Rust. Yeah. Girl, Rust on the console. I'm about to troll. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Valheim is one of those games.
Trap stores.
You gotta, if you want to invest in an early game, invest. It's like I bought Subnautica. I've never looked back because that game is. I hate open water, but I love that game. If you want to invest, but also take into the account that it is an early access game and they can cancel it, and just you got to be realistic about it. It looks fun. Baron's telling me a bit about it, but
which is crazy when you think about how some games just won't ever come out of early access.
Cyberpunk.
Right.
Man.
No, I'm sorry, man. You must be mistaken. That game's actually been fully released, according to the publisher.
Cool. Oh my God.
And the lawsuit states. The lawsuit states.
It came out.
No, but with Valheim though, the thing that I like about it is, or at least from what I heard, is because it's only 10 people. It kind of promotes, like the whole trolling thing is usually not the best option for anybody in the game, unless you're trying to make content, which you can run into a couple of those folks. But I don't know. I might catch it if it ever goes on sale, because isn't it like $40?
I think so. That sounds right.
But remember, y'all, if you making trolling content, you may be the next Minnesota Burns, but nobody remembers him. Does anybody remember Minnesota Burns?
I was about to say who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest trolling Call of Duty channels about 5 years ago. Like, one of the biggest you could have come across. Nobody knows who he is now. So don't be that person.
Burns?
Why that sound
like a low budget action movie?
Well,
claymation action movie.
Fame, Baron, and Dallas deep dove and saw why I'm such a pessimistic bitch sometimes. Is 10 years I've been on this platform.
Oh, yeah,
you see all kinds of stuff.
We saw some.
I'm a grizzled veteran. I've seen I remember a day when views on your phone didn't count to your monetization.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was the time.
People had to sit at the computer and watch.
You couldn't get their views on your phone until they quickly changed that.
My God.
Yeah, life is weird, man.
Gracious. Which one of was also weird? Did y'all see that article about PlayStation using bananas and oranges?
Wait, what?
As a controller?
There's fruit controllers.
Yeah, because there was a streamer who did that a couple years ago, was finishing Donkey Kong or something, or some game he was finishing. He played like on the Donkey Kong bongo drums. He played with different kinds of things. He played with his feet, and then finally hooked it up to some fruit and used like the electro stimulation in the fruit to play. And
Wait, pause. Was this on OnlyFans? Because you talking about
no,
playing with
this was
his feet
before
and
OnlyFans.
electro stimulation and shit?
I mean, he got hella money to do it too. So
Oh, you have nice things, Dallas.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm just saying this.
Only Kongs. Crazy.
only Kongs.
Hey, that oh, y'all haven't seen it. But Hugger sent us this weird ass TikTok. That's
which
only
one was
that
it?
there. Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, I think my favorite TikTok that I know this isn't a TikTok section, but this goes out for all of you right now, especially what we started the show off with. It's an old white man, and when I say white, I mean white, and he says,
What?
all of you complaining about you can't wear your mask, it's too hot, it's uncomfortable, you can't breathe, just proves you never had a woman sit on your face. And I'm like, Grandpa, tell him the truth.
Grandpa know what he's talking about. Listen to him.
Grandpa got the truth, man.
Oh,
You ain't never
God.
had a woman sit on your face.
Oh,
Get him. Get him, Gramps.
But he just looks like an innocent old little man that he has his like Sunday brunch. His grandkids see him once a week. He just looks like a sweet little old man. And he said that, I was like, hold the fuck up. Fame ain't here.
You do have a point, right? He got a gosh darn dang point.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man.
Tell me where the lie is, Your Honor.
I wanna get to this last topic, seeing as how we are just a few minutes away, and I don't know how much we'll actually have to say about this, but I think Hugger is the one that knows a little bit more about this story than me. So I'm gonna ask you. I don't know if you ever played it. I never played actually any of the Lovecraftian games. I stayed away from anything Call of Cthulhu like. I think the only game I played with Cthulhu in it was South Park. And that's because up until Lovecraft Country, there was no reason for me to take part in anything created by a racist. I'm sorry, fight me. But that said, so Sinking City got stolen?
So Sinking City is by Frogware. Frogware went through a lot of they pulled all their digital sales. They went through a lot of issues with their publisher. Was it early last year? So Sinking City wasn't available for quite a while. And now Nan Khan, I don't know who they are, probably another Digital Homicide. If you guys know who Digital Homicide is, you're going to get a good kick out of that. They basically pirated the game, added some mods, and put Sinking City back on Steam as their own game. Full game and everything. I haven't played it, and I will not pay for it because I refuse to support pirators, but the balls to take somebody's game and then resell it. You see people pirate games all the time. It's Descenders had that happen. A couple other games had that happen. But to just turn around and sell it on Steam, balls.
Are they like funneling the money through a bunch of shell companies or something? Because they couldn't expect it to get too far with that.
I have no idea. Probably, to be 1,000%, probably.
Like, how do you
Sinking
even?
City was good.
Like, so did they get a hold of the code? Like, what did like?
Probably took the whole game, broke it apart. Because Sinking City's been out for 2 years.
A while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Cool.
So they probably had time to break down the game if they got it from scratch and just modded a few things in and resold it out. I don't know what the legal battle is going to look like. I haven't looked into the legal documents because I don't got time to read like 200 pages of legal jargon that I don't understand half the time. But Frogware makes some good games. Trevor's right. They make the Sherlock Holmes games. They make some pretty good games, but their distributor for Sinking City screwed them over.
They pulled the Sherlock Holmes game off Xbox at one point originally and re-released them. So I know they do this a lot.
Yep. Well, not they do it. It's more like they hop from publisher to publisher. Kind of like oh god, Dallas, what is the game? It's on Game Pass, and you were finally gonna play it because it's now available on Game Pass.
Are we talking about Code Vein?
No, that game is awful. By the way, I just finished it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't think it was great.
It's glitchy. I can show screenshots. Alan Wake. It has the same problem as Alan Wake.
Get it while you can.
Exactly, get it while you can, because Singing City's pretty good. You can actually, it's now available digitally again. But yeah, this studio Nancon, which I'm assuming is probably a shell company for something bigger, or one of those fly-by-night developers, stole the whole ass game and tried to sell it off as their own.
Damn.
And I've never seen something that quite blatant before. I've seen the kind of like, yeah.
That's gangster as hell. Like, really think about it. That's gangster as hell. Like,
is it gangster? Because I mean, now the lawsuits are funneling in.
It's like my pops wanted me to ask for my bike back. What bike? That's like some
I got no bike.
level shit.
Yeah.
He said, he said we could use it on Wednesdays.
It's really both of
it's
us.
Thursday. Yeah, but now it's Thursday, and I kind of got to go to work. I'm shocked this doesn't happen more now that I think about it. Throw up an LLC, take down a game, and
it happens so much. Just go into Steam and go dumpster diving in Steam, like the free to play stuff, especially, and like the low price stuff. You'll see a lot of clones, but never taking the game.
Okay.
Like the assets are the exact same. There's ones where it's kind of close, or they use the same like Unreal Engine pack that is like, okay, it's a free pack for whatever. Looking at you, Digital Homicide. But taking the full game of custom assets, you never really see that.
Man, so it's not a whole lot to say about that, but I did have one little topic I wanted to sneak in here and ask y'all about. So, y'all picking up that Soldier Console 360? y'all buying that Soldier Console Pro?
I'm getting the one that comes with 4K 720p.
Man, I feel like I'm only gonna pick it up if Crank That 3 is backwards compatible.
Only way I'm gonna buy that console.
Only way I'm getting.
Well, the Soldier console will have 792p and 15 frames.
Man,
Soldier console is nothing but a Raspberry Pi machine inside of a big ass shell.
Soldier console is football. Like those little.
It's gonna have an inverted Mario. Like you run left the whole game.
It's gonna be made by Fisher Price.
The controller's gonna have 2 buttons, no analog stick.
Up and down.
So Trevor just let us know that Nancon is actually a French publisher, and they released the werewolf game that was done Apocalypse Werewolf. That oh god, who did the review for it?
Chakalaka.
Chakalaka. Which is crazy. They did that and did that to Sinking City. Okay.
Oh god.
Series X.
They aren't in the best spot right now either, because the Vampires game is on ice.
Wait, they're the same ones that are doing. They're the same ones that are doing Masquerade.
Nah, it's in the same universe.
Because that team got replaced.
Yeah. So.
And I was looking forward to that one too.
This isn't looking good for them at all.
Yeah. Little Toxic.
Bomb too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I picked up the Ouya first.
Well, Little Toxic says the Soldier console does 480p at 120 FPS.
What look like a potato?
Man, the controller is an actual potato.
Filmed on a Russian phone. Look at these Nikolai.
That's filmed on a Nokia 3310.
It only plays Snake.
Yeah,
man.
Snake and Solitaire.
No, the last gen played Snake. This one actually graduated to Minesweeper.
Ooh.
You're right.
And it has actual instructions.
Anybody know how to
Yeah.
actually play
I was gonna
Minesweeper?
ask you that. Hey,
That's
I'm gonna find out
Right.
and I'm gonna do a
That's the
video
only
about
one.
it.
I feel like the only person here that would know how to like give us the math on that, and it's not because he lighter than us. It's because he would be the one like, let me figure this out.
Snips.
It's Citizen.
And nah, take yourself off mute. Explain yourself.
Yeah, we know you know how
Nah,
to.
I didn't even know I was muted, to be honest.
Oh.
No, I never took the time. I just honestly, it was more fun to me to be a guessing game. Like I didn't want to involve Beth in it. It was more exciting to me to be like, is it gonna blow up if I click it?
Soldier Console only do mixer streaming, little toxic tripping.
Oh god.
But I feel like you would be the only one out of us to be like,
There's a
Okay.
method to it.
there's a method. You would figure out the method. I'd be like,
The
click
soldier
it until shit
console
blows up.
frames Draco when you turn it on.
To me, it was more fun to treat it like gambling. Like I don't want to know the outcome. Let me click it and see if I won.
Yeah. Every
Amen.
time you turn on the game, when you turn on Madden instead of EA Sports, it's in the game. It's just gonna be like, yo,
EAE.
dum,
EAE.
dum, Soldier
It's
Boy.
in
tell.
you.
Bro, could you imagine the 8-bit music playing nothing but Soldier Boy tracks, like Soldier Boy cell phone beats?
Man, 8-bit, you asking a lot. I was thinking a single MIDI track for that.
It's gonna be all his ringtones from 2003.
He recycling them, reselling them.
Every time you land in Apex Legends, just kiss you through the phone.
Oh
my
my god.
Kill me.
Man, say.
You think how quick you think Soldier's gonna get shut down again? Because Nintendo, we know it's probably not gonna have Nintendo games, but how quick you think PlayStation and Xbox gonna be like, hey, no.
I think that console will be
Draco.
manufactured by VTech.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Really down.
Game's gonna
You
be
think he
sponsored
gonna
by
go that
Saturn.
way?
y'all about to be playing games with 160p, 120 frames.
It's gonna be a plastic box filled with
Talking
styrofoam.
Talk about slow down. I'm still jumping.
No matter how
slow it
bad it
down.
is.
I just dished you.
Oh,
It's still gonna be better than that Atari console that they finally put out. Kind of. Some people got it, some people
finally
didn't.
kind of tried to put it out.
But yeah,
part time.
Spawnwave got his, but I don't know if anybody else got theirs.
There was another console that came out, kind of old school, ColecoVision or something like that.
Oh man,
Sounds right. I think so. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, because I
I
know
should've
Tommy
stayed in the
Tallarico was
past.
on that project, and he was like promoting it bad, and I'm just like, how down bad you got to be for a couple of these consoles?
Man. I feel like
the
the
only one I
best.
want to come back is the Philips CDI because
Ooh,
that had some weird games that I need to play again.
Boot up the Zelda.
I feel like
it's
the
janky, but it's
the best review for the Soldier console to come out is gonna be done by 50 Tyson.
Oh,
The best review.
he digging deep into the internet crates.
I feel like it's gonna be great. The only person that's gonna have anything bad to say about it is Cat Stacks.
Oh,
Oh, you really going back to 2007?
Oh my god!
wow, Dallas. I was a baby at that time. You can't hit me with that old stuff. Don't forget, I'm not the
Man.
youngest.
It's only
Who
gonna
got
be
me
promoted
for
on
baby?
World Star.
Who got kicked out of my top 8?
World Star.
Man, say we tripping. Why y'all tripping?
What
like
song
that?
you got running first?
We all some dumbasses.
They gonna change the
We
title
all
of
love
the
each
song
other.
to "Kiss Me Through the Controller."
Oh,
Stop. You need a PS5 for that.
What's the, she said a
Hey.
catchphrase? I can't remember what it was.
You got to play the basketball game with the duck hunt gun.
We all going to hell.
His developer didn't know what he meant by shoot.
Oh my goodness, man! I feel like the commercial is gonna be like, yeah. So one of them came in, and I was like, "Pah, pah." He was on the ground. And I pulled the mask off of him, and I seen who it was, and I was like, pah. Like it's gonna be a whole like dope story told in the trailer for whatever game comes out. Like he gonna explain it like it's Max Payne, but it's really gonna be Minimum Pain.
So, Dallas, are you buying one?
Minimum pain.
Minimum.
Am I buying one?
He says it's gonna be called Ouch.
Moderate discomfort.
Ooh, Call of Duty
real
Moderate
toxic.
Warfare.
The Atari
Oh
VCS
my-
is low-key fire emulate. Seriously, save yourself the money, spend $30, go buy a Raspberry Pi machine, and got your fire emulation right there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pay $150 and more to have my emulation machine in a fancy case that I can 3D print myself. Okay.
Man, it sounds like the Switch. Oh, let me stop.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh.
The port over. That's what they
Oh
should
my
have called
goodness.
Yo,
it. We can
Y'all.
run it here. That's what the code name.
see, when fame's away, the cats will play. But I think it's time to wind our play down before we get into too wild of a territory. And you know what we like to do at the end of every single episode
Mhm.
is give you some suggestions, because some of y'all in the States, your states don't care about, people getting sick. Y'all ain't in quarantine, but us here in the reasonable parts, we still in quarantine, so we like to give y'all some suggestions. And let's start with Dallas. You know what? You go first because you would have had to go last this time. What you got?
I hate Texas so much. Let me tell y'all. Whatever you play, just I feel like playing Red Dead Redemption and going to the place that feels the most like Texas and shooting myself in the head.
Dang, boy.
Let me see. Truth be told, all I've been playing is Warframe. Take that back. That's not exactly true. I've been playing Warframe, and that's actually my suggestion. And I would also suggest that you play it on PC if at all possible, because like the load times are super quick. We've been saying like you don't even have time to see your sperm ships fly around like that. So like, yeah, absolutely. Play Warframe.
Yo, what?
No,
Sir.
no.
It's not a bad word. It's in textbooks. We can say it.
Sir.
It's in textbooks. We can say it. It's totally legal. And my second, I actually said this before, but I'm this close to finishing the series. I'm like one episode away from finishing the series, and it's actually good enough for me. Especially since I've been in a very messed up, like morbid, depressed mood over the past week. It's been one of those things for me. Like to get out of those moods, I kind of always end up watching stuff that's much worse than how I'm feeling. And so Sweet Home is not what the title would suggest. Absolutely watch it because it's real messed up. The further you get in the show, the worse it gets. Oh, I want some. I don't even like cheese, and I want some.
But you want some of Meemaw's cheese titties?
Man, that's a
Dallas
workout
got
because you gotta go.
gilfs. Spread it.
Oh, cheese and crackers. Cheese and
Dallas
crackers.
likes gilfs.
Hey,
Spread the news.
hey, technically,
Man.
Halle Berry's a gilf.
True.
Technically, who else?
But she ain't playing haggy sag with her own titties.
Not every grandma is. Not every
True.
Meemaw is.
Anyway, before we get off, 'cause we go.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. If y'all ever watch, this is I guess this is another suggestion. If you ratchet and you like just the most ratchetness on the internet that you can find and still actually be what people call politically correct these days, Daquan Wiltshire, and he'll explain to you why milfs and gilfs are the truth. And I think that's about. Oh, also Vampire. I've been playing Vampire and I've been enjoying it. So I'm
Good.
also gonna suggest that. And that's about it for me.
I'm glad you're liking that because you were hesitant at first.
Yeah, you're right.
Our God himself, Demi, what do you have for us this week?
I got a couple recommendations. First off, I've been playing A Plague's Tale: Innocence. Phenomenal storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful co-op relationship between the protagonist and her brother. Love the world building, love the scenery. A lot about this game I like, and I haven't found anything yet that I dislike. So I think it's doing a really good job. I'm highly impressed. I just finished Donut County this week. very fun game. If you haven't played it, it's just about 2 hours or so. Very laughable, very, very lighthearted. It's just you destroying the world with a giant hole, a sinkhole. Think of it as a
No
reverse
pause.
Katamari Damacy.
That makes sense.
And it's truly hilarious. And one more, because I have gotten back into it, and I just had my first giant hunt. Sea of Thieves. I had my first meg hunt this week. Hunted the not the shrouded one, but the one before that. Big red megalodon, crazy fight. And then we kept getting killed by like 2 pirates in a sloop. But that's not something that needs to be discussed. If you have Netflix, go watch The Society. It is a show about teenagers trying to survive in a parallel universe with no adults, no rules, no cops, no nothing. They have to set up the foundation themselves, and it's good. It's really good. And for anime, go watch Attack on Titan. Aaron did nothing wrong.
No spoilers. All right. I haven't watched the latest season yet. I've been waiting for it to finish so I can binge it.
I'm very
Facts.
excited.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
You got to know the context of that. So it's still not a spoiler.
Snips, what you got for us?
So anime, I've mentioned this one before, but if you didn't go and watch it yet, I'm beating it down your throat now. That was for you, Dallas.
No pause.
Pause.
So I'm a Spider, so what? Go watch that show. It starts out kind of silly. You're like, this will be a good way to pass the time. Then it becomes even more entertaining. And in these last few episodes, they've thrown a couple curveballs at you where you're like, this is actually getting kind of interesting. So it's one of the rare shows that I feel like actually improves steadily episode by episode, even though it started out pretty good to begin with. So I'd give that one a huge recommendation there. Everybody I know who's watched it is enjoying the heck out of it right now. And then after that, as far as a game to play, I would say I recently hopped back into it. I'm trying to seeing if I'm going to get the MMO bug again. But go play Final Fantasy 14. It's a fun MMO. It's a pretty looking one. Very story dependent. It is one of the ones, as much as I hate playing MMOs by myself, it is one of the ones that plays better solo than most others. There's not a huge, it has end game content, but it's not a huge focus on it. It's kind of more about playing through the narrative and enjoying the story and all that kind of stuff. So even if you don't like the heavy end game grind that usually comes with MMOs, that's not as big of a focus in this one. But it's a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be playing it after I hop off the podcast here for tonight a little bit. That's it for me.
Where can people, if they want to play with you, what can they add you as?
So right now I'm playing on an EU server because the friend who got me back into it, that's where she's playing at. But I'm on Chaos Data Center. Spriggan is the world I have, which is one of the preferred servers. Gives you a 200% XP boost if you're below the level cap, which is really awesome. And then let's see. When I go back to NA, I have a character on Marlborough. I forget the name of the data center, but Marlborough is the name of the world. I don't know which one I'll pick just yet, but you can message me about that if you want, because I will be making another NA character at some point to play more with my NA homies.
Mm-hmm. And his Twitter is on screen, so if you want to find him, please message him.
Hit me up. Slide up in my DMs.
Slide deep into those DMs. Title of his
not that
text.
deep. Not that deep. Shallow slide first.
Deep.
Let me see if I like
Deep.
it. We'll go.
Y'all, between what's going on right now and what's going on in this chat, oh my goodness.
The man himself, our director of communications, the man who is our bright sunshine in a darkest day. Baron, what you got for us?
Yeah, since somebody talked about Warframe,
Oh, go ahead. Those recommendations always good.
Right. Video game wise, I actually have been playing the hell out of Warframe. I didn't think I would ever want to get back into it in terms of starting over, because we did a lot. We had a full dojo, clan, all that, and I ended up starting over on PC, and I don't regret it because the load times have made up for everything.
Yeah.
Huge difference. But anime wise, I've just kind of binged it today. High Rise Invasion on Netflix. It's actually it's pretty dope. It's a little it's got a little bit of fan service, but it's not like too bad. Not enough to take you out of what you're watching.
A little fan
But it
service.
is there. But outside of that, movies. If you enjoy good movies, go watch the Monster Hunter movie. It's a bad good movie.
What's good about it?
It's got Mila Jovovich.
They did a good job with the monsters. I will say that they did a damn good job with the monsters. I'll give them credit. You know, I didn't think they could bring the monsters to life in a way that is spot on with the game, because it seems like people, when they're making movies of video game content, they don't know how to just roll that world into, you know, the video game world into the movie world. But they, monster wise, they got it. I just didn't like them telling the story through the eyes of a like American person. Like it was real weird. But
McDonald's.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it did. But yeah, if you like good bad movies, it's one worth watching.
Yeah, man.
Before I give my suggestions, I want to give a big shout out. Today we got confirmation that going live on Saturdays, Ready Press Play will be part of the Level 1 family. So you guys can expect that on Saturdays. Tuesdays is Cogs in the Machine. We couldn't do it this Tuesday because we had to do some Level 1 business stuff, but we will be back. We're actually going to take some time and do some deep dives and research for this week's topic, which I think y'all might love. I hope so. Next week at the same time is Wednesday is, the podcast. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, Dallas and I will be doing Take Two. Yes, I know it's not me and Fame, but me and Dallas are related as well. So we're going to talk about WandaVision and whatever else happens, because something always happens right after we end the show. Always. So we'll talk about
the latest episode. I forgot to do that.
Oh yeah, you gotta catch up.
I might do that after the show then.
Friday is Peep Games, so go watch that. And that's, Level 1 is chock full of entertainment. All of the podcasts are going to be up eventually. We're putting them up slowly, kind of trying to catch up with everything. And I hope you guys like what we're doing. If you want to be part of Level 1 team, let us know. Hit us up on Twitter, all of us. We're here for you guys. Hit us up on the contact us at level1gaming.com email, and we will see what we can do for you.
Yeah. And
my suggestions.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, keep going. You said keep your eyes out.
Oh,
Where am I putting them?
Keep your eyes out and on to the YouTube channel, because if y'all were digging the interview video with Mr. Midas, there's absolutely something just like it coming with a separate personality pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
And if y'all love the Danielle Rain interview, I'm trying to pull some strings, but they're like family strings, so I gotta kind of be careful with the strings to get some more Mass Effect stuff. So I hope y'all like that one eventually.
Yoink them strings.
Nah, they're gentle strings. People I haven't talked to in a while. But for suggestions for TV shows, I'm gonna give you, because since I talked about it, WandaVision. You have enough time right now to watch all the episodes. Friday is the last episode of the series, and then we go into Falcon and Winter Soldier. Go watch WandaVision, please. It is so good. Because Dallas and I are going to be talking about it tomorrow as well. If you like, I don't have a movie, but I'll give you, or an anime, I'll give you another show. If you like Korean dramas, but you like a little spooky aspect, Kingdom. It's got zombies. It's got feudal era Korea. You're going to love it. I can't talk more about it without spoiling it. For games, I like to give a AAA and an indie. I'm going to give you your indie game is going to be Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. I'm kind of disappointed Fame is not here to hype that up, but I finally started re-diving into it. I got to play it a little bit, because when you hear those voices in your head, man, kind of messes with you for a while. And then for I guess it's not an indie game anymore, but if y'all are looking to it, and this goes back to my old YouTube days, I might dive back into some League of Legends, y'all.
What?
And I know so many people are like, thank God you're coming back, and other people are like, why would you ever? So I started doing a lot of League of Legends stuff, and I'm kind of like willing to dive back into that world. I haven't been in there since Callisto was a new character, so I know I'm like far behind on the meta, but solo Lissandra mid, man, that's what I'm gonna do. Don't talk to me unless you're Oriana. So that's gonna be a calamity. I might stream some of that. I used to do shoutcasting for that, so I was in League of Legends heavy. But thank you guys for joining us. Can we give a big shout out to Dallas for being the host?
Woo!
Jump Dallas.
Trevor just gave
This
away
is
the
not
secret to the
easy.
end of the season. It was me all along.
It was.
God.
So thank you for showing up for Hugs Cast. Come back tomorrow. We got Take Two. Friday's Peak Games. Next Tuesday is Cogs in the Machine. Next Wednesday is Take Two. And
Saturday,
Dallas
don't forget
streaming Saturday. But it's not a live show. That's the thing. Yeah. But Saturday, yes, Ready Press Play will go up. Give them some support. Citizen is streaming. Dallas is streaming. Baron is streaming. Demi's streaming. Fame is going to stream eventually. But send him some love on Twitter. And Dallas, take us home.
Hey, man. Look, once again, I want to send out as much as possible, as much as we have to pour out to them. All love and support to the family of Dizzy, man. And shout out to Fame for popping up with us in here, even though he couldn't actually be here for the podcast. Shout out to him for at least making his presence known. This has been level 145 of the Double XP podcast, and we appreciate y'all, man. We out.
Saranghe.
I'm not leaving till you say it. Oh no, I'm not leaving till you say it.
What do you want